Hey Libras, how y'all doing? Welcome. We're going to be taking a look at your mid-May check-in here. So in your meditation, I was taken immediately to the Akashic Library. It's actually the Akashic Library as it's shown in the Akashic Tarot deck that I used last round and really love. So I saw the elderly gentleman who feels like the keeper of the Akashic records, sitting at a desk, and I felt like you guys were him, right? The Libra collective was being represented through him, keeper of the Akashic records. And I saw you sitting there and writing the records down. And then I heard the song Rewrite the Stars from Greatest Showman on Earth, which is about, rewriting your destiny or rewriting your fate or really being the master of your own fate or destiny. And it's kind of around like the term or the thought of like what's meant to be and what's not, right? If we're all co-creative magicians, right? What's really meant to be. So I saw you guys doing that. I heard the song. And then I saw you guys, it kind of took me to, Harry Potter, but the Tom Riddle, it doesn't matter if you've seen it or not, I'll take you there. And there's this like, it was like a Horcrux that had part of Voldemort's, soul in it. And I saw like the Harry Potter takes this I forget the name of the creature's tooth, but basically like stabs the book to death, and like all this ink comes splurting out. And I saw like the man in this just stab this book with this quill pen and just stab it and out of so much anger, and then push the book to the side, and then and what I'm taking from this, Libra, a bit dramatic, but what I'm taking from this, there is something going on within you or some aspect of your life or soul's purpose that hasn't been tended to the fullest extent of your ability. So this could be an aspect of your soul purpose that you for sure like carried on from previous lives. But like an example, like let's just go with the literal interpretation because he was writing. Let's say that you came into this, lifetime meaning to be a writer and succeed at it in this incarnation. But in this incarnation, you chose other things, you prioritized other things, and you ignored that feeling within you of like, I think I'm meant to be a writer. What would it be like if I really dedicated myself to my writing or wasn't so afraid of people hating my work that I just did it? This could be any number of things. This could be your intuition. This could be, I came into this life to really like use my intuition to help myself and others and excel at it. But, fear and thinking I needed to be smart about money concerns and go to school, and I listened to my parents, and, I really put that to the side. There's something in that I feel like in all of us, like for the most part, something that resides within us that we always kind of think like, what if, or what if I always something like I'll get around to it one day, or I maybe at some point in the future, right? I'll let you in on something. When I do personal readings, 90% of the time, I'm channeling things for my clients that they already know. Like, I'm like, oh, this is coming up. Did you know you have this gift? Or, oh, this is coming up. Did you ever consider doing this? 90% of the time, they're like, I know. I just have fear around it. Or yeah, I know. I just want to avoid it, or whatever it is, right? There really is something like that for everybody, at least for most people, I feel like. So this is coming up for you. I feel like this is going to be different depending on, who you are and where you are. But also with this time period that's going on, we're in the time period of full moon in Scorpio, eclipse season, Mercury in retrograde. So this season is asking us to look at the shadow aspects of ourselves that we don't love, that maybe aren't our favorites, and integrate them duly into our light side so that we can live a life of balanced duality and really integrate the parts of us that are afraid, right? The parts of us that make fear-based choices, the parts of us that have been kept in the darkness or, lying dormant in the subconscious that still affect us just from a less obvious view, right? These things have a way of coming back around, right? But I think at the end of the day, what's coming up for you is looking back and not wanting to say like, I wonder what if, right? Because more often we regret the things that we didn't do more than the things that we did. You can always say like, well, at least you tried, right? But if you never even tried, what can you really say? I let fear like get the best of me, or oh, I don't know, I didn't believe in myself enough, or I didn't have the time, or I prioritized others over, whatever it is, ABC, XYZ. But that's coming through for you, which is really interesting given these energies. So let's go ahead and see what your cards have to say. Hey Libras, let's go ahead and see what your animal energy is for the second half of May. Animal energy for Libra. Oh my God, it's so perfect. It's so perfect. Listen, we got the mouse here. This is so brilliant. It's so good. So mouse energy. First of all, it's a beautiful earth energy, but mouse equates to that of the Two of Pentacles in the Tarot, which is about juggling, multitasking, but also weighing your options against, you know, one thing or the other. Usually it's your personal life and your work life, right? You're juggling the two. You're giving time to this, then giving time to this. Why do I feel like in this context you've had one pentacle up for a really long time and the other one down here? And the universe, like if these are the two pentacles and the Two of Pentacles, right? If you know that image, it's someone juggling two pentacles next to the ocean. So I think what the universe is coming in to say is like you've had one up here for a long time. And this energy is encouraging you to go like this. Okay, what is it? Let me see it. What is it? Let me put more focus to it. What if I tried this, gave energy, took a chance? Like this. So I feel like it's like a very like a slow movement of the pentacles into another tradition or position. You are being encouraged to shift your focus onto something that has been within you or on your mind or on the to-do list. You're being asked to bring it to the forefront because I do feel like it is directly related to your soul purpose and why you're here. Now, mouse energy is about the finer points and details. I love mouse energy. A bit of personal tea. Whenever I do a lower world shamanic journey, I always have the mouse come with me because mice are so wonderful at getting in and out of places undetected and easily. So they're just so wonderful for that. So the other aspect is that they're able to see things from a perspective that most don't. They can see options, they can see pathways, they can see potentials, they can see, you know, undiscovered, you know, opportunities, or, you know, it's like seeing a grant that nobody's taken advantage of that you're the perfect applicant for. It's that kind of attention to detail. It's coming up for you here. It's really beautiful. So let's see what is going on for you. The second half of May. Right. So we have the Five of Swords here. So this is really, you know, on the nose. So Five of Swords. Remember, the swords rule the realm of the mind. That's you. That's Libra, Gemini, Aquarius, right? So 5 is the number of change. But the Five of Swords is very much about the ways in which we are not serving ourselves, or the ways in which we act as a disservice to ourselves and or others, right? Do you remember I saw that image of the stabbing of the book with the sharp object, and then we have the swords here? Why do I feel like this has something to do, I'm picking into something that has to do with writing or the written word, or something that's, I mean, I know it's Akashic records, but there's something to do with writing or communication through writing. There's something about this. I feel like for some of you guys, a wonderful way to sort of explore this for yourself is through writing, right? Morning pages, automatic writing, journaling, something to do with that, blogging. There's something about writing that sort of serves you, or allows you a way into this, like allows you the perspective of a mouse, for you to see things from a different perspective with some more clarity. There's something about cutting through the heart of something with a writing instrument, okay? It's like the 3 swords you focused on and the 2 that went to the wayside, right? It's interesting. Okay, what else is going on? What else is going on? What else is going on? Oh, I'm so happy to see it. So here we have the Ace of Cups. What could be better? This is a huge amount of intuition. This is big insights. This is great hope, great love, and above all else, wonderful, beautiful, perfect self-love. How amazing is that? Can I just point out, come here. See that long snout there? And then do you see that long beak? It's like a fine point. It's kind kind of like the Virgo. Okay, watch the Virgo reading, because this is holding hands with the Virgo reading. Virgo reading. Okay, so Kingfisher, Ace of Cups. This is such a beautiful energy. I feel like you are being invited and pointed out that you can tap in to a lot of your intuition and a lot of your inner knowledge around whatever this is for you, and find a way forward that is a lot more simplistic and clear than what it may appear to be. Because I feel like once you give attention to whatever this is for you, it's gonna feel so good that you're gonna not only wonder what took you so long to get there and give it time and attention, but it's going to make the time fly, and it's going to serve your soul in a way that it just fills your cup where it's overflowing. That's what this feels like. It feels like an untapped ability, potential, a what if, picking something back up that you let go a long time ago. This could be a lot of different things, but there's definitely something related to something that's very important to you. Now, how aware of it you are in terms of like, you know, how far you've buried it amongst the pile of other life things, who knows? But this really feels like it's something within you that's not going to go away or change. And it's inviting you with the current energies at play to acknowledge it, and then, you know, quench your thirst. Quench your thirst accordingly. Also, I find it really interesting the way that this Kingfisher is looking at this animal. I think that's a chinchilla. Looking at this animal right here. It's like, why would you be out in the desert when you can quench thy thirst? I feel like there are ways in which you act as a disservice to yourself. I feel like for some of you, you prioritize other needs over your own, or you prioritize like matters of the material over the spiritual or over the emotional. That is not necessarily going to coincide so well with the given energies as they are with the full moon in Scorpio. Hello. Something about that. The soul wants to be fed, Libra, essentially. The soul wants to be fed. Fascinating. Fascinating. So we had the devil here, Capricorn energy, right? So this is brilliant because the devil speaks of fear, entrapment, and feeling bound, right? So this rabbit here, there's a light and a shadow side to everything, of course. The light side of rabbit energy is fertility, it's abundance, it's, you know, a happy expectation, happy anticipation, all of that good stuff. The shadow aspect of rabbit energy is fear and self-fulfilling prophecy. Fear and self-fulfilling prophecy, right? Believing that things are going to go terribly and then they do. It's that kind of thinking. But remember how we're talking about the ways with the Five of Swords here, the ways in which you've acted as a disservice to yourself, or this aspect of yourself that is important on a soul level, on a love level, right? You're being asked to allow yourself to really look at what that is, because it's creeping up from behind. It wants your attention. I'm going to give you an example. I'm going to tell you what I see in my head. I'm seeing someone, as an example, who always wanted to be a writer. Okay, there's this little gnat like flying around, who always wanted to be a writer. And they chose a more, you know, studied path. They chose to be, let's say they chose to be an accountant and made good money and supported their family and did all the things. And then, you know, life goes on, they retire, and they're, you know, sitting in their study at age, you know, 63, and a movie comes on, and, you know, it's about someone who always wanted to be a writer, took a chance on themselves, and ended up like having a really successful career and feeling so fulfilled and really thanking themselves for, you know, following that dream. And then this person watching this just bursts into tears and feels a tremendous sense of loss because they had that inkling and just ignored it. Now, the redeeming part of this story that I'm seeing in my mind's eye is that it's never too late to pursue your dream. And at 63, it goes, you know what? I have nothing to lose. I'm going to go for it. And they start writing from there. But it's whatever this is for you. But I do feel like this is a dream deferred. I feel like this is a dream deferred is what I'm picking up on here, okay? You're going to be made aware of it. It's going to be a little closer to the surface during this eclipse, Mercury and retrograde, full moon energies as they are, okay? Oh my God. I love that your advice is Page of Cups. So first of all, really knee deep in the water here, but the fish is also a symbol of fertility, good luck, and good fortune. So I'm obsessed with that. But also Page of Cups is beginning work that serves you on an emotional level, that you love it so much you don't care if you ever get paid for it or ever get any recognition for it. You do it because you truly love it. This is your advice. This also speaks of childhood. You know, if this is eluding you or you're having trouble naming it, what did you do as a child, or what did you know about yourself as a child that you really, you know, felt like when you did it or you put focus to it, time just flew? What were you really into as a child? What were you naturally drawn towards? For me, I was drawn to all things scary, spooky, and supernatural, right? That was a big indicator. And look at me now. Like, you know what I mean? Like when we're children, so often our soul's purpose is revealed like early on, right? In our earliest inklings, when our soul still remembers what it's here to do in this lifetime. That is a big thing for you. When you were young, what were you naturally drawn to, and what did you do when the time just absolutely flew? That's what's coming up for you, and you're being invited to take another look at that now. Now, this could mean a lot of different things. This could be to incorporate it into what you're already doing and just give some more time to it so you can balance for yourself and find that enjoyment and serve that soul's purpose. It doesn't mean you have to make money at it. It doesn't mean it has to, you know, bring you fame. It doesn't mean that you have to change up your life completely. It's just about honoring what's there and giving it some time. You've had one pentacle up here for a long time, and you're being asked to, what is this pentacle for you that wants to come up and just have some time in the light? Okay? Let's go ahead and get an oracle. I'm feeling like the Avalon, because why not? All right. Oracle, form of butterflies. Oh my Lord. Oh my, look at this. The mists of Avalon. Illusion, transformation, boundary, and enchantment. Is that not a full moon? And we were just talking about the full moon in Scorpio. Do you see how her hands are up? Like, what? Which way? Where? I feel like the mouse is with her. Remember I said how I take the mouse on me where I do lower world journeys, and then we had the lantern to light the way here. Just look at this. This feels, you know, very much like what I've been picking up on. Illusion. I could never make it as that. Or no, I need to go focus on this. Or no, I don't want to look at that. Or no, not that, this. Transformation, boundary, enchantment. What enchanted you from a young age? What is calling to you now? What is calling to you under the influence of this full moon in this Mercury retrograde season? You're being called to take a couple steps back to your youth, or back to an aspect of yourself that was really connected to something that served you. And you're being asked to incorporate more of that into your experience in some way, shape, or form. And whatever this is, it might scare you, it might make you really nervous, but it definitely brings you joy with the Ace of Cups. That's how you're going to know what it is. It brings you joy. All right, my beautiful Libra butterflies, I'm sending you so much love. I so hope that this helped and resonated. If so, please let me know in the comments below. I absolutely love reading your comments. And please like, share, and subscribe. I would absolutely love that. And with that being said, just thank you. Thank you, my beautiful Libras. Thank you so much for being here. And as always, and most of all, thank you for being you. And be well. Until next time.